So one thing I'll tell you, I take CBD. That helps me a lot. But most important for my sleep. Yeah, we went to like an NBA game and.
How was that?
It's mad. Like we paid something $9 or something ridiculous to go to watch.
$9 for that as well?
Yeah, like $9 each. Our tickets was. It was crazy.
I bought a bottle of water at Disney for like $6. You know
Wow.
what I mean?
So I'd love to be in big fights with like fighters like that. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm in the game for.
It's good that you and your brother are not afraid of losing. At the end of the day, you'll take a fight anywhere, anytime. And how do you see it going on the 30th?
Thing is, I'm so confident in myself. I believe I'm a better boxer. I'm a better fighter.
He's a bit taller than you, isn't he? Do you think you could stop him?
Yeah, I do. I do think I can.
Yeah, I think the whole fight night's going to be good. Even with like Mikey, you hear all the stories in the pro game.
Yeah.
The mind games, last minute call ups.
That's what I mean. Like, I've been offered fights over the years at really last minute. And the thing is, I'm big for the weight. Do you know what I mean? I train hard all year round, but I can't sit really light. I need notice for a fight.
How much do you need to cut? How much notice do you usually need?
Depends. I could be training for something else, but yeah, I want at least 6 weeks. Do you know what I mean? To be 100%.
And especially now the rounds are going up. Like me boxing amateur, I need 2 months mentally just to have 3 rounds against someone that's a novice.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So for you to have 6 weeks for an English title, whatever, it's it's mad.
Exactly. Like I'm ring fit. If I'm out of the gym or a bit overweight, you put me in there, I'll spar 6 rounds with anyone. And I'm a pro boxer. It's my life. I'll be able to do 6 rounds with anyone. But yeah, when you start doing like 10-round fights and stuff, do you know what I mean? You need to be ready for it.
I don't want to go into the whole history, but when did you actually even start?
My dad's always been involved in pro boxing, and yeah, obviously I followed my brother into it. He turned pro like 6 months before me, I think. And then so I turned over.
Wait, so Mikey turned pro 6 months before you?
Roughly, yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
But he had his first few fights in Belfast.
Yeah, he said Was it first 4 or something?
Yeah. So it went under the radar a bit. Obviously, he had his first fight in Portsmouth on my debut. So we both fought on the same show. It was my first pro fight. It was his first one in England. So.
And was your dad cornering both of you?
Yeah. It was my batting centre.
Did you box the same guy twice as well?
Yeah, so I fought a lad on my debut, Kazakhstan, and tough journeyman. Fought him on my debut, and then on my second fight, the opponent pulled out fight week. So I was like, what do we do? And then Kaz took the fight again. Short notice.
Was it weird fighting him twice? Like,
yeah, it was.
I've already beat him.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. But obviously, you see little improvements in the gym, and obviously, the way fighters them early on in your career is about learning. So, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? So. And
we were saying as well, what tips were you learning when your dad went under Eddie's?
Al Smith, my dad, was around him a lot and learned a lot of stuff off him. And I've been up there and I've learned stuff off Al as well over the years. And I'm not going to say what it is. Do you know what I mean? There is game plan. He probably uses them with all his team and stuff.
Course.
Do you know what I mean?
Is it pinning as well? Billy Rumble was chatting to me about like you can just get people and you can just like block their arms.
Yeah, mate. There's literally so many little tricks. It's crazy, and how many little tricks can change a fight as well. Like I do use some stuff. What like Al taught me from the brief time I spent up there, and my dad obviously carried him over the years and learnt a lot of Al as well. But yeah, he's a very good trainer, very knowledgeable trainer, and it rubbed off on my dad. And my dad's a very knowledgeable trainer as well. So
your dad. Everyone knows your dad around here.
Yeah. Listen, like. It went till Mikey started doing well till we got a bit of recognition for what he's done.
When was that roughly?
The thing is, Mikey, like before his big break really was against Chris Congo on the Sky Sports show.
That was a great fight, wasn't it?
It was, but the thing is, before that, he beat like 6 prospects. Like before that, 5.
He was the underdog in every one, right?
Yeah, most of them he was, yeah. So like he won his first title in Swindon against Ryan Martin, underdog for that WBC World Youth title, won that away, and then he fought Sam McNess at York Hall, he was underdog for that, and there's like a few more fights as well. And they're all tough fights, but
Yeah.
they went under the radar because they wasn't on a big, massive platform. They was all on like YouTube or whatever.
But that's so good, especially for you. Obviously, you're in the same gym. Like, you see
Yeah.
brothers around the country. I can name so many brother boxers. It's incredible. Like, you sharpen each other. You've got where you know him as well in the gym. When you're sparring Mikey with that standard, you're around that all year round. You know what he does.
Yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. The thing is, like, yeah. So I've been there every step of my brother's career, and he didn't get handed anything. He done it the hard way. From like,
And so have you.
yeah, of course, exactly. So I know it can be done. Like, he didn't earn a penny for his first like 10 fights or something like that.
It's
Like,
crazy, isn't it?
like bare minimum amount if he did. But he kept winning. As long as he kept winning, they couldn't deny him, and he started winning these bouts and finally.
And what about yourself with your route?
So for me, I've been quite unlucky in my career, to be honest, through my injuries or their injuries and time and stuff like that. So
And you couldn't get matched as well. Sorry to butt in. You couldn't
yeah,
even get matched recently.
yeah, yeah. To be fair, like especially when you have that O, like it is a bit of a risk for a lot of people. So it was harder to get a match. So I was supposed to box for my first title. I was going to box for the Southern Area when I was 19, and I would have been like the youngest Southern Area champion. I was like I was like featherweight, I think it was. I would have been the youngest featherweight Southern Area champion. And then a few weeks before the fight, I damaged my hand, so we had to pull out.
What happened just during sparring or whatever?
Yeah, my knuckles. I done my knuckles. Feeble little hands. Like, I ain't got boxer's hands, so.
What, have you seen? What are those new wraps they've got out now where they've got all the extra protection?
What Fortress is it? Fortress?
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah. Look, don't get me wrong. Like, I've conditioned my hands over the years now. I've got to a point where I know my hands are never going to be perfect, but I just got to grit through now, and they're conditioned a lot better now. And
How do you condition your hands?
just go through, just go through it, mate. To be honest, like I'm building the strength in my hands, just going through it, just keep punching, and that's how it worked. Because I took time off because of my hand, so that was I damaged my hand there, and cancelled the fight. I was only 19, like. The team thought it ain't worth going in there with one hand for 19, like to wait about. So
and then taking a loss and affecting the rest of your career.
Exactly. So pulled out of that one, and then I was supposed to fight for another area title at lightweight, and I broke my thumb.
Oh no, same hand?
Yeah, it was. But like, I've damaged both hands over the years. It's terrible. Like. I've thankfully like I ain't had any injuries for a long time now with my hands, but that was I was away in Belfast sparring, and I was there for 5 days sparring, and on the first day I was sparring, in the last exchange of the first round, like I caught my thumb.
Oh, was it with a hook?
No, I threw a shot, and like the opponent came in and it just pulled my thumb back.
I've had the exact same thing on both my thumbs.
So anyway, that was like that spar ended the day, and my thumb was really sore. I was like, wow, it really hurts, but it'll be alright. But then I kept sparring like every day there.
Oh no, biggest mistake.
Yeah, so I kept sparring for another 4 days. Obviously, I was there. I flew over there to spar, and
did they pay you as well for the sparring, or was it?
I have been paid going over there before. I don't know if I got paid for this one or not.
That's good at least, because
obviously I was there for myself as well, because I was training for a fight. So I think that time I was there for myself.
Okay.
But yeah, look, when they probably flew me over there though, because they did. Mark Dunlop used to fly me over there and look after me and put me up and stuff. And
it's so good that you've got good contacts. I've even seen some Italians as well.
I started going over to Belfast to spar with James Tennyson. He was a massive puncher. But no one wanted to spar him. So, like, no one in the area wanted to spar, no one wanted to spar him. So they used to fly me, a young lad, over, and I used to do the rounds with him and stuff.
What an experience that must have
Yeah,
been.
exactly. It was a great experience.
How did you fight someone like that has got the knockout power? Is it just box?
To try not to get hit.
moves?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll just box. Do you know what I mean? I'm a good boxer.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't going to stand there and try and have
Stand
a war
and trade,
with him, because, like, his power's ferocious, like, pound for pound, like, a massive puncher. But yeah, it done very, very well for me.
How many rounds were you doing back then as well? Obviously, because you were probably only competing 4 rounds, right? 4 to 8.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, so I don't know really. Obviously, I was sparring him when he went on to fight for a world title, and
Oh, okay, nice.
yeah, he boxed. I don't know if it was at. It might have been at MSG. He fought Tevin Farmer for the IBF world title.
Oh, wow.
So like he went to the top of the.
I thought his name rang a bell. That
Yeah,
makes
yeah,
yeah.
He was like British, European. Knocked out Martin J. Ward for the European title. I was sparring him for that fight. I remember I was there sparring him. And I was like, oh, he hit so hard. And then the fight with Martin J. Ward, he was an underdog for it because Martin J. Ward was unbeaten. I think then he had a couple of losses at this point. I was like, mate, he's knocking him out. I was sat in the pub with my mates.
Yeah.
I had a broken nose because he broke my nose.
Oh,
And I was like, yeah, trust me, he hits hard. Like,
yeah.
so all my mates was whacking money on him and was watching the TV in the pub. And he ended up knocking Martin J. Ward out, and like, all my mates won money in that. And I was like, I told you, look, do you know what I mean? My broken nose.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was good. It was good learning sparring for me because he was like, I won't spar anyone who hits as hard as him.
Yeah.
And it was great. And yeah, I've done my thumb in sparring Paul Island Jr. over there.
How long did it take to recover? Because for my thumb, it took 3 months
So
still. Like, I
basically,
couldn't even grip
so
pens.
I flew home. I flew home, and I said to my dad, I was like, yeah, Dad, my thumb don't feel right. Like, I need to get it checked out. So I went into the walk-in, and they x-rayed it, and they said, yeah, you've damaged your metacarpal in your thumb. And I was like, oh, I'm fighting next week. And they went, you're not. I was like, I am. I'm fighting for the Southern Area title. I was like, listen, if you go in there and you damage that thumb even more, you won't be able to pick anything up with that hand anymore, because the metacarpal obviously is a big part of that. You won't be able to grip anything or anything like that. So is it worth the risk?
It goes on your thumb. I think the carpal's the first bit,
Yeah.
and the metacarpal's the end. Is that right, or is it the other way around? Like, so like you got.
It's that area is where where I damaged
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So they said, like, you damage it even more, you might not be able to grip anything. And at the time, like, you might not even be able to pick up your children. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they say that, like, oh yeah, like, so we had to pull out the fight like a week to go, and it was terrible.
Before we go any further in the podcast, I would just like to thank the proud sponsors of Not Just Boxing. Not Just Boxing is proudly sponsored by Titan Boxing. Titan Boxing is a UK fast-growing boxing business. They do personalised gloves, pads, t-shirts, everything. They've got UK free shipping. Go check them out with the link on screen. Gymfluencers.com are proud sponsors of Not Just Boxing. They are the premier health and fitness website. There you can find supplement discount codes, freebies, giveaways, a macro calculator. There's all sorts on there. So go check them out at gymfluencers.com or check out their on Instagram at gymfluencers.official.
I've had so many bad luck, and then obviously I was supposed to fight Archie Sharp for the WA European live on BT Sport at Royal Albert Hall.
When was that meant to happen?
What's that?
When was that?
This was probably about 4 years ago now, maybe. And that was my big break. Obviously, I had them area title fights scheduled, but this was a big TV show, and at Royal Albert Hall was a massive show. It was built up, great press conference up there and everything. And then, yeah, Archie Sharp got injured 2 weeks out, I think.
Oh, no.
And I found out, like, I went to the t-shirt shop to get my, like, t-shirts done for my fight. I had no battery on my phone. I got home, charged my phone, loads of notifications, missed calls and everything. Frank Warren tagged me in a tweet going, Archie Sharp's out injured, but Lucas Ballingall will still be on the show in the 6th rounder. So I was gutted.
At least you got some exposure on the telly.
But that's the thing. So that's what I thought. I was like, oh, at least I'm still gonna, like, fight on this big show. And then, like, a week to go, they pulled me off the show completely. Just mugged me off completely like that. Didn't care. Thankfully, my brother was headlining a show the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So he spoke to his promoter and manager and managed to get me on the show. So the camp didn't go to waste. I still managed to fight.
That's good. Yeah.
But it went from being for WA European title on a big platform, live on TV, good money and everything like that, to fighting a 4-rounder. I was afloat on the show. And do you know what a float is? Like,
yeah.
You don't know when you're going to fight.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was fighting at 5 o'clock. I had my gloves on at 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't end up fighting until 11 o'clock at night.
Mikey said about this. Yeah, I think, didn't you even fight after him?
So, yeah. So, I didn't leave the changing room because I could have been on whatever time. And I was doing a bit of pads and then just waiting about. And box little change room it was tiny. And can we go on yet? No, not yet. Anyway, got to Mikey's fight. I'm still geared up with gloves on. I walked Mikey's belt out, like, with my gloves on. And then he fought, and I was doing a bit of pads in between the round. So I'd watch the round of Mikey's fight and then do a minute of pad work in the break, and then do that. And then as soon as he fought, they basically chucked me in. Mikey was doing his post-fight interview on the side of the ring, and then they chucked me in for my full rounder when everyone was like leaving the venue and stuff. It went from one extreme to like to the sport to like the right bottom. Like.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But
And was it obviously just a move round with a journeyman, really?
exactly, it didn't get paid anything. It probably cost me money. Obviously, I had to sell last minute tickets to get on the show. So, it is what it is. But it just made me mentally stronger. And like, I take it all. I take it all as learning. And
It's good that you come from a boxing background. You got the support. Because imagine if you had all these setbacks and you had an opportunity to work elsewhere or do whatever, you might easily have just said, you know what, I'm done. Walked away from it.
You need to be mentally strong. You need to be mentally strong, and thankfully I am. And yeah, I've just keep building, and obviously suffered a couple of defeats now, and yeah, but I'm ready to pick up my first title. So.
And what about those defeats? I've not seen the fights. What happened in
Okay,
those?
so basically I was 13-0 at the time, and then COVID struck, and basically if you weren't signed with a big promoter on like a TV platform,
You couldn't train, could you?
you couldn't fight, and like so most people weren't even in the gym. Obviously, but they had times, didn't they? Like, yeah, you can train in private gyms now, blah blah blah. If you're a pro athlete, you could train in gyms. Amateurs couldn't.
I was in Oz when this happened, so I don't really know what happened with the
Okay.
rules, but I'm guessing they played you around then.
Yeah. So basically, I couldn't fight. I think I could train at this point, but I couldn't fight. And then we got a phone call. Do you want to go out to Belarus and fight Russia v England, basically? And they built as Cold Wars. That was the show. Which don't like think about it now. Like probably shouldn't have took it. Like Cold Wars. Like, we're not gonna get a fair nod, are we? Going out there to fight.
Is it weird that I just thought of the Rocky movie with Drago?
Okay, yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
What was it like when you turned up? Was it hostile?
So we accepted fight. Listen, it was locked down. I was like, listen, I'm a fighter. I just want to fight. So we accepted the fight. Went out there, just a few of us, and yeah, the lad I fought, basic lad, but he's heavy-handed. Yeah, all his wins was from by knockout. So I knew he could punch, but
How many rounds?
it was an 8-rounder, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna be a better boxer than him anyway. I'm just gonna school him. Went out there, and then yeah, went the distance. I thought I outboxed him. I thought I won the fight, and yeah, they gave him the decision, which is expected. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the scorecards were ridiculous. That was the thing. Like,
Was it like he won every round pretty
it
much?
it went far off, and like it was ridiculous. It was there was commentary, England commentary involved because it was filmed, and it was I can't remember who was doing the commentary for it now, but it was two like well-known people doing the commentary, and
Retired pros or?
it might have been like Spencer Fearon or someone like that, and someone else, but it might have been Barry Jones actually. I'm not too sure. But they had me winning most rounds. Like they both went, yeah, this Russian needs a knockout. This Russian needs a knockout. Yeah, Lucas Ballingall was outboxed him the whole fight. And then yeah, they gave it to him. Like
We talk
Why?
every time. There's been so many episodes. The corruption in boxing.
yeah.
Like for you to have gone out there during COVID, I'm guessing. Yeah.
It was behind closed doors. It was behind closed doors. The shop where I was supposed to be. It was in a shopping mall. It was in like a brand new build shopping mall. It was in a food court, and they basically put up like these like big massive black screens to make a big square to make a little venue inside. And then when the shopping mall was supposed to shut at like 7 p.m. or something, that everyone had to leave the shopping mall, and then they put the show on inside, like the food court, basically.
It's mad, isn't it? You're outside probably like a burrito stand.
I was
or
warming up outside
something.
of McDonald's. Yeah, and it was weird. It was crazy, but
Did they look after you well though when you were there?
yeah, they
before
did.
that?
Yeah, we stayed in like a nice hotel. We had they gave us expenses and stuff like as they do, but they had us there to lose. Do you know what I mean? The truth of it is they didn't want no English people to win out there.
Would you want to try and rematch him on neutral terms later down the line?
I did think about it at first. I did think, yeah, I want to rematch that. It's my first defeat. I was gutted. Do you know what I mean? And I knew as well, like, I completely outboxed him like on the back foot, and I didn't really come forward. The one time I did come forward, he didn't like it, and my dad was like, "I'll give it to him. Like he likes coming forward. He can't handle it on the back foot." And I didn't. I was carrying on boxing him. Maybe
You
if
played his game.
maybe if I just gave it to him, I could have got him out of there. So I did think after that loss, I was gutted. I was like, I want a rematch. I'm going to give it to him, but and then after that, obviously still in COVID, still in lockdown and stuff like that. I got offered to fight for the English title at lightweight, but at this point I was quite heavy, not fat out of shape. I've just grown over the years. The thing is, I turned pro at 18, and I turned pro. I was a featherweight. I was a boy, and then over the years I've grown. I've
Grown into your
matured.
body,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've literally just grown like naturally, and as a boxer, we want to be at the lightest weight and be as big
Have
as
the
we can.
advantage and the edge, and
but it's not always the case. And I've always tried to stay as light as I could, but I've just naturally grown. So like, little things like that Archie Shout fight, if that fight went ahead and I would have won, I would have stepped up a weight probably after that. I wouldn't have been a super featherweight for much longer after that. And
what weight's Archie now?
he's still super featherweight.
Is he?
Yeah, he's been the same weight his whole career, and
Wow.
he's in line for a world title. World title, I think he's #1 for the WBO, isn't he?
Yeah.
So fair play. I hope he gets his shot because he deserves it. But me,
He got a win recently as well, right? I think he boxed like a month ago.
I think it was just like a little show, wasn't it? Just like a tick over fight. But yeah, he's waiting about for his shot, and so
Have you felt that though? Like, obviously, have you been active your whole career? I know you've had all the injuries
I've had
and
times
COVID.
off. Yeah, I've had times off and stuff, like injuries and stuff like that, and but I've tried to be quite active. So after that one in Russia, what I lost, then we got offered the English title fight at lightweight, and we spoke as a team. It was like, look at the size of you. You're not going to make lightweight anymore.
How much did you have to lose for that fight?
It's not even how much I have to lose. Like,
There's nothing left.
There's nothing to lose. That was the thing. It wasn't like I was fat and I had the weight to come off. I just didn't really have the weight to come off. So that's why. But listen, I was mandatory for the English title for a long time, but the fight never happened because of COVID and the champion was injured at times. Blah blah blah. So I wanted my shot. So I was like, let's take it. Let's take it. So we got Jack Coke on board, nutritionist, and we sat down and looked at everything, done tests and everything, and basically the tests come back saying,
What tests were they?
we've done like the body composition and all that, and
What does he do for that? Because I think he's got new equipment now, but what did you do back then?
so we went to a person who'd done it at the time. Yeah, now Jack does it himself, but at that point we went to someone to get it done, and the results shown that I physically ain't got the body fat on me to make lightweight. Like, I just haven't. I can be as lean as I want. I'm physically too big for it.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Otherwise, you see it into muscle tissue, and you're just gonna be
Like, I even
50% of yourself.
I would have to even lose muscle tissue to do it. But like, but even listen, you're a boxer, you're a fighter. I can advise you, but I know you're gonna take it no matter what. So I'll just make sure I do my best to make sure you make weight as safely as possible. So that's what we done. I was in great shape. Don't get me wrong. Before I had to cut anything, I was feeling amazing, like fit as I've ever been.
How many rounds?
What, sparring or fight?
Yeah, sparring. Yeah.
Oh, I've done loads of it. I've done like, way over 100 rounds sparring.
Okay. Yeah.
For the
Nice.
camp, and I felt really good doing it, and like everything, like my running, like I was running. I hate running. That's the worst part of boxing. I hate it.
I love running.
Oh, I can't stand it. But it's got to be done. Do you know what I mean? So
Especially when you see it as a chore, obviously for yourself in
Yeah,
your day,
yeah.
when you've only got a certain amount of time,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah.
rather be learning boxing.
But it got to a point where I was just getting so fast and I felt so fit. I was smart. I was running. I was like probably look a weirdo. People was probably looking at me, and this guy smiling. I was running, smiling because I'm feeling so fit
Yeah.
and fast. I feel good. It
Well,
makes
do you remember your times or anything? Is
no, probably not as good as you. Like, I'm not an amazing runner, but for me,
I'm not at the
I
moment.
was doing really. I was doing really well because like, sometimes when I start camp, I'm not even out of shape, but you'd think I'm obese the way I run. Like, I'm quite slow, but I was doing really good, and similar to now, like I'm running and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot more. Yeah, so I felt great. Everything was like my build up preparation was amazing, but then it gets to fight week and it's like right now I'm the lean, like my body, like I don't know what percentage I was, but I was really low body percentage, and it's like right now all you can do now is cut water. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. And also, I guess, because there's not as much muscle tissue on you, or, compared to like an 80, 90 kilo lad,
yeah.
you haven't got enough water stored in your muscles in any way that must have been tough.
So yeah, like luckily, like Jack Coke, he knows what he's talking about.
It's good that you had him at the
Oh,
time.
100%. Like, because if I didn't have the help and support from Jack for that fight, the fight might have gone terribly wrong. Like, it's mad. Like I learned so much as well. Like another thing, like because I knew I had to do a weight cut, and I knew it was going to be quite tough to make the weight.
How did you feel at the time?
I got obsessed with nutrition a bit. Every day, all day, all I would do would listen to podcasts, but with like nutritionist podcasts, YouTube videos about weight cutting and right things to do and food and what food. And I learned, like Jack taught me so much, but then like I was watching other things. I got obsessed with it because I thought I need to. I need to know what I'm doing. I need
It's
to know
good
my
to
body.
know your body. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Like a lot of fighters, like fair play, they're just like they get a nutritionist or get someone.
They get
Tell
told
me
what to do. Yeah.
Tell me what to do, and that's okay. But for me, it was like, yeah, tell me what to do, and now I want to know what I'm doing to my
Why
body.
you're doing it.
Yeah, basically that. So I made weight for the fight with the help with Jack, and we made the weight.
How did you feel when you stepped on the scales?
I didn't feel great, but on my mind is right. Make weight. You're not gonna fight your main event the next night. You're gonna refuel. You're gonna feel a lot better. Like, and that's the main thing. As long as I refuel right, I'm gonna be sweet. It's all gonna be good. So I made weight. I'm a professional boxer. I am. I made the weight comfortably. A pound under.
You come in a pound under.
Yeah, well, a pound. Yeah, the limit's 9'9". I was 9'8".
Oh wow.
That's more because like you don't want to get on and you're a little bit heavy, and then you have to go and make that weight. Do you know what I mean? So like I have 2 pairs of scales, making sure I'm on weight on both of these scales. So when I go to the official scales, I know that I'm going to be all right. Because some people, they might be all right on their scales, but if you get on them scales and you're half a pound over, and you've really just been like losing the weight in your hotel room or whatever, that's going to do you in. So I'd rather know I'm only getting on them scales once. Do you know what I mean? So made weight. I was like, sweet, let's refuel. And basically, I just never felt 100% after that.
Did you think it carried into even post-fight how you felt? You probably had headaches, maybe.
To be honest,
fatigue.
So it got to fight day, got to the fight, and basically, I'm a good boxer. I'm a very, very good boxer. So I went out there in the first round just to feel out the opponent, to see what he's got to offer, and I just didn't feel right from that first bout. Looked like he was throwing jabs, and I couldn't see him coming. I just couldn't move. Like literally, it was like my mind was there, but my body wasn't, sort of thing.
Well, your brain was probably still taking a beating from the dehydration.
Yeah, listen, like, don't get me wrong. I knew, like, I rehydrated the right way back. Like,
How did you do that?
Just from the support of Jack, and he, like, obviously you have to do the right things. You can't just chuck food down and make sure you get the fluids in your first.
Is it like a certain amount every hour? You just keep topping up different
like,
bits?
and then you have your electrolytes and all that stuff, and it helps. And like, but the thing is, after that first round, I went back to the corner. It was like, well, yeah, that ain't gonna work, is it? You're not gonna be able to outbox him. You just have to give it to him. I was like, all right, done. The thing is, I was fit as I've ever been. I was strong. So I was like, all right, okay, my boxing ability probably ain't there at the moment, so I'm just gonna outman you. And I did. My first 10 rounder, mate, I just went forward the whole time, and I outfought him, and I outworked him. And to be honest, I thought I won the fight, just on pure work rate and guts. And I did take a backward step. It was a good fight for the fans, to be fair. Complete opposite to
Where was that?
Sheffield.
Okay, nice.
And it was a complete opposite to my first loss, when I boxed on the back foot the whole time. This time I boxed on the front foot the whole time and gave it to him. And it was a good fight for the fans. I thought I won the fight. After the fight, body language, he didn't think like he won it from body language. I thought I was the confident one, and they gave it to him by a point.
By a point.
Yeah, on 2 of the scorecards it was by a point. So obviously he was the champion.
Was it split decision? Or
No, it was unanimous, but it was 96-95 on all the scorecards. So basically I lost by a round.
How did you take that?
I was gutted, but the thing is, like, I knew the plan was I was going to win that fight and vacate the belt and step up, no matter what. That was the plan. I wasn't going to be a lightweight anymore. So, and I knew what I had to put myself through to make that weight, and I still went out there for 10 rounds and gave it to a fighter. And knew that he'd done like 5 10-round fights before that or something like that.
And that was your first?
That was my first. You would have thought it was the other way around. Like, my engine was good. I was strong. Like, I felt like obviously I didn't feel 100% in my actual ability, but everything else, my mental strength and everything like that, I'd take it as learning. Do you know what I mean? I learned a lot from that.
What
Like,
was the main learning curves there?
that I got a big set of balls for
Yeah.
one. Do you know what I
It
mean?
must run in the family, that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like what us boxers sometimes have to put ourselves through. Like people might see it on the night, and buy a ticket to come and watch, but it's, do you know what I mean? It's the build up before that, all the hard work, training and everything, and sometimes bad weight cuts and stuff like that. Um, that like sometimes the hard fight is making weight for a lot of people.
And just the resilience of all the things thrown at you in camp to
Yeah,
the fight when you're
yeah, yeah.
dehydrated and weight cut.
Exactly,
Yeah.
mate. But like I said, I'm very mentally strong, and it just builds to me, I think. And I thought I won that fight. Close fight. I wouldn't a robbery. Don't get me wrong, but I thought I won. I'd done enough to win it.
Yeah.
I thought I'd done enough to snatch the belt of him, but I didn't get a decision. Same with the first fight. I thought I completely outboxed him, but I was in Russia, so.
Do you think as well that's possibly made you 10 times better now? Like, let's say you got those wins and you had stepped up, taking those losses and having a step back and thinking, right, what do I need to do to win clearly here? If I'm going to be going to a points decision, what do I have to do to convincingly beat this guy? So I'm guessing going back to the drawing room, you've probably grown even more from those losses, because there's nothing worse than when you do lose, that feeling of, even in the amateurs when I lost, you know, it's an amateur fight. No one cares. No one sees it. Amateurs are all learning.
Yeah.
For me, you know, it's the biggest learning the curve, and I'm back in the gym working. So for you in a pro fight, like, you must have taken so much away from that
Of
compared to
course,
beating them.
yeah. Like in 2 losses, I learned a lot from both of them, and that's the thing. Amateur boxing, like people lose all the time, and they just go again, don't they? But it's not the same in pro boxing. They protect their O's too much.
Because it's all a network. Because it's a
Yeah,
business. It's tough.
I've shown that I'll fight anyone. Do you know what I mean? I went over to Russia and fought a Russian. Like, it tells you there. Like, I'm not scared of anyone. I'll fight anyone.
I don't really think there's many Brits that have done that leading up to their.
I think like
their breakthrough.
that show, them Cold War shows, what was England versus Russia, whatever. I think altogether there's about 10 Brits who ended up going there over like 4 shows.
Yeah.
There was 1 win.
Really.
Yeah, and a draw.
one win via obviously their points.
Yeah, so the guy won. He dropped the guy like 3 times. Yeah, they had to give it to him, and then the guy who drew dropped the lad twice and got a draw, and that was on the same show as me. And he won that fight.
How was it when you was in America and you met all your stars? You know, like for the Golden Boy show.
Obviously, that was the second time. Obviously, he fought in LA like 4 months before that. So people like Oscar De La Hoya, B-Hop.
When I was in LA, I got back from America a week ago. But when I was in LA, I've been there a few times. I just don't like it. It's like, it is a dump. You go from...
It's like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, and especially some of the stuff they're taking on the streets, like...
Crazy. We didn't expect it. Like, all you see on like camera and stuff is in films.
Hollywood.
Yeah, it's all like fancy and stuff, but it is a dump, isn't it? Like,
yeah. And obviously you're not going to put that on your story, are you?
No. Like, we stayed in like Sunset Boulevard, like in just like a little like motel, and like for the first couple of days, was walking down the street, and it's not even like every mile, every like 10 minutes you might see one. It was like constantly homeless people out their faces, and you're just like trying to avoid them crossing the road so you don't. Then after a couple of days, you get used to. They're in their own world.
Yeah.
None of them troubles you. They don't even know you're there. Like,
some of them have in the past, apparently, obviously, like, let's say you've got someone that smoked a bit of meth, you know, they've been a bit aggressive.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, most of them.
Yeah. Most of them, like,
zombies.
they're just like they're in their own world. But it was crazy. The first couple of days, it was a bit like sketchy, like walking past them and that. But after that, it was fine. We got used to it. But obviously, I have its nice areas as well. But yeah, it's not. Well, I prefer Texas. It was a lot nicer. Texas.
What was Texas like?
It was nice. It wasn't like as glitz as glamour as like some parts of LA is, but it was nice. Everyone was very friendly there. The homeless rate was very low compared to LA.
Do you know why that is?
The thing is with LA, obviously, a lot of people go and chase their dreams in LA, and then a lot of them literally go there to become a movie star or music, and they just don't earn anything, and it's very expensive to live there as well. So they end up homeless, and it's too expensive to live there. Yeah. So there's some people you'd walk down the street, and they're not even like the normal people. They're just living in tents because it's a lot cheaper. Yeah. They've got a nice setup on the side of the road with their tent, and they're just normal people because it's way too expensive to live there. So that's what it is. So yeah, and
also it's the most temperate climate in the world. San Diego and LA and everything, it's the same weather pretty much all year
Oh,
round.
okay, yeah.
So like if you had homeless in Texas, can you imagine being outside there?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
it'd be
Yeah,
you'd die.
yeah, there wasn't a lot there. There wasn't a lot there.
Yeah.
So
What do you think of Venice Beach? Like walking along that for me, it was heartbreaking because obviously you hear about it as a kid, you want to go see all
yeah,
the muscle
yeah.
gym, and then like I've never seen anyone smoke crack until I was at Venice Beach. I was walking with the missus. I just looked over, and this guy was like quivering. He had like a pipe in his hand and all that, and I was just like,
Yeah.
just watching him smoke it. It was bizarre. He was on
Yeah,
the
it's
side of the road.
crazy.
He was selling like bracelets or whatever they're doing, and yeah, it's sad because it's such a beautiful area.
Yeah, yeah,
And
and a lot of them they tell you don't go there past a certain time. It's really dangerous and
yeah,
stuff. And you're like, wow, okay, yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, we done like the walk away from like Santa Monica Pier all the way down. It's nice at
Santa
times.
Monica's nicer, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
Then
as
it
you
gets a bit rougher as you go down. But yeah, it was nice. Good experience. Was there for like was only there for like 4 or 5 days, but we got a lot done. Obviously, we was there for business for Mikey's fight, but yeah, we went to like an NBA game and
how was that?
that was good. It was good. It's mad. Like
Is it like a party at the half time? It
it's
turns like a
crazy.
disco, doesn't it? or
We
something?
paid like also we like booked our tickets way before we went. We paid something $9 or something ridiculous to go to watch. We watched the LA Clippers at Staples Center, and the game goes on for so long, and like every like quarter they have like a big like dance thing, or then they got the confetti, the t-shirt cannons, and then like shoot t-shirts into the crowd.
Did anyone catch one out of your posse?
No, we was too high up. We was too high up for that. But it was amazing, and you feel like some of the prices of tickets just to go and watch a football game here, and ain't much going on over there. It was way worth the money, and then we went and watched
$9 for that as
yeah,
well.
yeah, it was like $9 each. Our tickets was. It was crazy.
I bought a bottle of water at Disney for like $6. You know what I mean?
Wow, yeah. And then yeah, we went and watched James Corden Late Late Show.
Oh no way!
'Cause
So you there
we
live?
we won ticket. Yeah, we won tickets because it's free. You don't pay, and then we won tickets, and there's only like 35 people in the crowd, and like 8 or 9 of us was from Pompey. So like we managed to get tickets. Like there's like 3 groups of us who all applied, and we managed to get them, and that was good. And like one of our like people who was
What does he do? I've seen clips of some funny moments, but what's the actual show? Is it like a news thing?
It's a panel show, Late Late Show. So like he'll have like celebrities on, and they'll talk about their upcoming stuff, and then they'll do like little games and stuff like that. And
Was there anyone good on when you were there?
Lisa Kudrow from Friends.
Oh, okay,
Phoebe,
yeah.
yeah, Phoebe, she was on it. But it's crazy. Like, obviously, you're there to make clap, and they tell you when they clap and all this stuff and laugh.
Have they got the big billboards? That are
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
silence
So it was
and-
a bit like bit forced. Sometimes really funny, sometimes a bit forced, but it was cool because, obviously James Corden, he's in America, but he's English, isn't he? So every time there's a little break and stuff, someone from our group got called on stage and stuff because yeah, James started like bullying him and stuff. But basically we started doing like some music come on, and me and my mate started doing a robot, obviously Smithy,
Yeah, yeah.
and he
Go on his
he
stage.
spotted it, and he started doing a robot with us.
No way.
And then obviously he's not really used to English people going there. It's all like Americans. So and then another part of the show, he was like, "Oh, where's everyone from? Where's everyone from?" And we're from Portsmouth. We're from Portsmouth, England. He was like, "Portsmouth, England. What are you doing here?" It was like, "Oh, my brother's fighting on a weekend boxing match." And he was like, "Oh, is he? Where's he fighting?" And I had a conversation with him and stuff. And he was like, "Hopefully he wins." And then as he left and that, he done like some shadow boxing. He went, "Good luck to your brother." Like, he was a really nice guy, to be fair.
Yeah.
And they done like a dance off. The winner gets a T-shirt. I was like, "I'm getting this T-shirt."
Did you win?
I won the dance off, yeah.
Happy
Like,
days.
yeah.
What was the moves? Breakdancing or?
Yeah, so they play music, and there was a crowd. So everyone in the crowd, so like the 35 people, the music comes on, and they went, "Listen, we've got a T-shirt, Late Late Show T-shirt for the best dancer." So everyone stands up out their chairs and dances,
Busting some moves.
and then they picked the best 3 or 4, and then they lined us up in front of everyone on the like studio, and then we had to all have a dance off, and yeah, I won. But
You did the Ali shuffle on there.
nah, shouldn't I? But I was like, I don't care. The thing is, I thought I'm not going to see any of these people again. I'm just going to go for it. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So I got my T-shirt. I was happy. I sat there and watched the rest of the show. So
Oh, that's sick.
yeah,
So
it was a good
sick.
experience. And obviously, my brother went in to fight Virgil Ortiz, and that didn't happen. But he still managed to fight, and then he got the Virgil Ortiz fight a few months down the line. So in Texas, and it's crazy.
It worked
like-
out better for him, really, because the exposure.
Oh
he's
yeah,
had, 2
definitely,
fights.
definitely. Like It was great. It was great. He's boxed in LA. He's boxed in Texas. First fighter from like Portsmouth to go out to the States to fight. He fought in the Golden Boy shows, like the biggest out of
It's
them
a
all.
dream, isn't it? That's what you.
Crazy. It was crazy, and like obviously the result didn't go our way against Ortiz. But my brother showed he belongs at that level. He took
And it's a stacked division. There's
exactly.
so
He
many
took he
fights.
took Ortiz furthest anyone ever has done before. Ortiz said it was his toughest fight to date, and hopefully now he gets more big fights because he deserves it, and he shows he belongs at that level now. So hopefully something big comes along.
I think there's only going to be big fights for him.
Yeah.
But back to you. Obviously, this is all about you now. The experience you've had from going to these two events, like this is prepping
Oh, I
you.
wanted to be on the undercards of both.
Yeah, yeah,
I did.
this
I wanted
is
to be on the undercards of
huge.
both. Yeah. Like that I'd love to do that. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to go out to the States and fight on one of them big shows.
No doubt you will.
Exactly.
It's a matter of
First
time.
step, win his English title, and then bigger and better things after that. So
And then if you do go to the States, who's your dream matchup, really? Obviously, I know you've got Josh Taylor at the moment, but there's so many fights at 140.
yeah, exactly.
Who would you like to box? In like the top 10 right now, who do you fancy? Is there anyone you...
I don't know. I'll fight any of them. Like, to be honest, obviously it's a stack. Like you said, it's a stacked division. Josh Taylor's number one, but he's got unfinished business with Cattrall and stuff
What
like
do
that.
you think of that fight? It's bizarre, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how they could have given Josh the decision. I was cheering Josh on that night,
Yeah.
and then at the end of it, I was like, oh, he's lost. There's no way he's won that. And when he called him out as a winner, it's bizarre. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, when he's saying he's going to move up weight, and then he doesn't, and he takes on another fight,
And they're
looks
slowly
like...
losing the belts, and then like Cattrall, they should. Yeah, it's hard. Like, obviously, everyone thought Cattrall won the fight. I thought Cattrall won the fight, and I feel for him. He should have got the opportunity to fight for all of the titles again, but
Yeah,
that's
such a
not
good
gonna happen.
game plan. Do you know how he actually kept coming in smothering
Yeah,
Josh?
yeah.
That was so smart. You saw two top British guys and two top coaches. Like I don't know, I was very impressed with both coaches what they're doing. And Josh is obviously phenomenal. For me, before he won but lost, he was pound for pound one of my
Yeah,
favourites.
same with me. Same with
Yeah.
me. Like his fights with obviously Ramirez, and then with what's his name?
Prograis.
Prograis, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a brilliant
So
fight.
yeah, like Prograis is a class fighter as well,
Yeah.
and beating Prograis is a massive win. Like obviously,
That'd be a good fight for you, Prograis, in the
yeah.
future.
But in the future, you never know. Yeah, obviously, I'm way off that at the moment. But yeah, of course, I'd love to be in big fights with like fighters like that. Do you know what I mean? That's
what you
what
want.
I'm in the game for.
It's good that you and your brother are not afraid of losing. At the end of the day, you'll take a fight anywhere, anytime, which you don't get that. You know, everyone's really angry at boxing right now. You look at all the pros, padded records, you're willing to go through the ranks, learn on the job, do whatever, and when the fights come, you're ready. And that's what boxing fans want to see. You know, if everyone was like you guys, we'd be seeing Spence Crawford already. It's happening though, thank God.
Yeah.
Fury AJ would
Yeah,
have
it's
happened.
all about money and politics, isn't it? And that's the thing with everything. So, unfortunately, it's not old school fight boxers when like they just want to fight, didn't they? It's not the same, but yeah,
Like
that's sort of-
Gervonta Davis, you know,
yeah.
he's one of my favourite fighters.
Oh, dangerous, isn't he?
Very
as well.
dangerous. But he hasn't boxed any. Obviously, he can fight at 135.
I know
to
he gets a
140,
lot of stick by the other champions, don't he? But like he's dangerous, and he could probably knock them all out. To be honest,
but
so
he's not doing it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't doubt he won't. But he's not taking the fights.
yeah.
There's so many out there. It's bizarre. But yeah, your training camp at the moment, weights on point. Everything's
Mate,
pretty
yeah,
smoothly.
honestly, I feel great. Honestly, like I said, I've done 12 rounds last night. 3 lads. Felt great.
And then when you met me, you were like, "Oh yeah, just sore arms." No
Yeah,
really.
no, honestly, my arm's a bit sore from it. Like, but other than that, I'm sweet. I went for a run this morning, and I feel good. Probably got another 1 or 2 spars left, and then taper down. But I'm ready.
What do you do for strength conditioning? Have you got S&C guys? Is
So
it Mark?
no. So my strength and conditioner is Gary Jones, Lee Fitness. He's mine and Mikey's strength and conditioner, and yeah, he's been working for us for a while now, and he does a lot for me. I'm with him like twice a week, doing my S&C, and supports me a lot. And yeah, he's great, mate. Lee Fitness, Gary Jones, yeah. So he's my S&C coach, and then obviously Jack helps out on my nutrition, Jack Coke, and yeah, and my boxing team. My dad's my manager and my trainer. Then I've got Miles, who's my trainer as well, who helps me a lot. And then yeah, Mark Coombs is in the gym now.
And how do you deal with
John Gaze is
recovery?
here. What's that?
How do you deal with recovery? Have you got physio? Do you do ice baths,
I
saunas?
have over time, to be honest, but so one thing I take CBD, re-up CBD, and that helps me a lot. I don't really get like I said, I ain't been injured for a while now. I can't put it all down to the CBD, but it definitely
It's an
helps with recovery.
anti-inflammatory,
Mate,
yeah.
it does well. It does good. Like, so that's what I take regularly. But most important for my sleep, because my sleep used to be terrible. But the CBD helps me for my sleep.
I've had the exact same with
yeah,
CBD. It's
yeah.
been a complete. And how do you feel your mental health as well? Like,
Oh mate, yeah, like I feel great. I feel good. Like thankfully, I've never really struggled with that side of anything. Like I said, I'm very like mentally strong, and I don't really let anything trouble me really. So I've been quite blessed with that. But yeah, like CBD is great, and that it's proven. Like, every sport now, all the top athletes is taking it. So I've got that, and yeah, like I've
how do you take it? Do you have the drops? Do you have, or
drops.
do they send you
So
everything?
I've got the drops. I'll take every night.
I abused it when I first got it. I
Oh,
loved
okay.
it. I was just like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
smashing it.
So I've got the drops. I've got muscle balm. What I rub like after, like I said.
Is it like the cooling balm thing? It like feels like it brings the heat to
No,
the
no, it's
area.
not that. It's just like a just a muscle balm for like aches and pains, and I'll take that. So like I said, my arm's a bit achy, so I'll rub some of that on this morning, and then I've got like this like oil. What you can like put a bit in your bath, and it's a lovely relaxing bath. It's quite nice, mate. So got a little bit
Do you
of that.
do ice baths?
Ice baths I
Yeah.
have done. I don't do them like religiously or anything like that. But there's I want to do like a cryo chamber. I've done one of them. There's like there's one in Portsmouth. So
Is it?
well, I don't know if it's still there, to be honest. I've done it for one of my last camps. In South. It's around the corner from here actually, but I think they're new owners or something like that. I
Oh,
can't
is
remember.
it near Palmerston Road?
Yeah,
That area.
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. It was called like the health clinic or something like that, but I think they've changed names now. But that was good. I'd like to do one of them before my fight, just to fully recover.
If you had done that after sparring last night, you wouldn't even have sore arms this
Yeah,
morning.
yeah,
That's how good
exactly.
it is.
Yeah.
Have you ever done cupping?
No, I ain't done cupping. No.
Tell you what, I only had it once. There's a cupping place around the corner here as well.
Okay.
They're brilliant. Really nice guy. He knows his stuff.
Okay, I think they're in. Yeah, I followed them on Instagram actually. I think they follow me on Instagram. Yeah, yeah.
I'm actually seeing him next Wednesday.
Okay.
But highly recommend if you ever get a chance, because he does a full MOT, sees what's up, and he does like a sports massage. He targets all your areas that need doing. And there's different. I don't get it. He explained. There's wet cupping, where you actually draw blood out, but the blood's like just random debris that's like it's not even circulating. It's just rubbish. So it comes
Okay.
out and it's all like jelly.
All right. Yeah.
It's weird, but he did that on my arms and did all the dry cupping on my back. As soon as I got home, I sat for 2 hours. I felt so relaxed. All of my little niggles and injury,
Yeah, yeah.
complete game changer. I recommend. Yeah, I'll give you his contact.
nice.
But if you did what, the only problem is if you're a bit vain and you feel bad if the women are going to see it, you're going to have all the little cut marks on your back.
I know. Yeah, don't bother me.
Look like Tio Lopez.
Yeah, yeah. It don't bother me. But yeah, so I have a great team around me. To be honest, and I have most things there if I need it. But yeah, I feel great at the moment, and I feel ready for the 30th.
And how do you see it going on the 30th?
Thing is, I'm so confident in myself. I believe I'm a better boxer, I'm a better fighter. And I'll just take it as it comes. You know what I mean? I see what he's got to bring, but whatever he brings, I'm gonna bring more. So
He's a bit taller than you, isn't he?
yeah,
So,
he's like 6 foot. Yeah,
do you think you could stop him?
yeah, I do. I do think I can. Obviously, I'll go in there with a game plan with the team, but if the opportunity comes, then yeah, I'll take it.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think the whole fight night's going to be good. There's like, what, 4 50 fights on paper?
It's a great show. Yeah, there's 3 title fights. There's 2 area title fights and then my English title fight. So yeah, it's a great small hall show at York Hall.
Have you ever sparred Martin McDonough?
I haven't, no.
Okay, because he's
Mad,
sort of
really.
your
I'm
way,
surprised I
isn't
haven't. Like,
he? He's a very awkward southpaw.
yeah. He's fighting Conor Marston for the.
What do you think of that? You picking a winner or?
It's hard. I ain't really seen much. Obviously, Martin's. I've watched him more than Conor Marston. Really, very good boxer, Martin. But then Conor Marston, he's doing well at this area level. He stopped Boy Jones. He's big and all. He's taller than 6 foot. Him. He's like 6'1", 6'2", or something like that. He's crazy. Yeah. But yeah, that's a proper. Like I said, it's a proper 50-50 fight. That one. Madonna's probably the better boxer, but then Marsden's massive, isn't he? So
they've both been mixing at that level for a while too.
Yeah,
I think whoever wins that's got the breakthrough. I think they've also changed it to an
English style eliminator. Yeah.
That's big. Yeah.
Obviously, Mara Mills, who beat me for that English title, he vacated recently. So I think there's 2 fighters fighting for that English title. So I'm guessing the winner at Marsden and Madonna will fight for them. So yeah.
Yeah, quality. And then how do you see the rest of the year going? It's end of September now. Do you want to get one more fight in after this?
Can't overlook this one. Do you know what I mean? I just want to win this bout. It's a long time coming. I've been pro 7 years now, and I ain't won a bout yet. I've got nothing to show for it. So my career starts when I win this bout. So that's when my career starts. Everything else has just been learning, and then win this bout, and then we'll look forward after that. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, mate, it's been good having you on. Thank you very
thanks for
much.
having me.
And I look forward to seeing you on the 30th.
That's fun. See you there. Also, can I shout all my sponsors?
Go for it, bro.
So yeah, obviously, I'm a full-time pro, and that's all down to HS Building Maintenance. They've sponsored me probably about closing up 5 years now. I've been a full-time pro, and they're my bread and butter. And they help me do what I do and train hard. And I've got a team of sponsors as well who supports me through my camps. I've got Develop Tech. I've got BD Nuclear. I've got Finally Finished Floors, who's come on board now, and they all help me with equipment and medical fees and all stuff like that. I've got Trent Official.
Is that the cool hat?
Yeah, mate, I live in these hats. I wear them all the time. Like,
I'm going to have to get me one.
Yeah, mate, they're good. They're doing well. The local company, they're doing well. And, I've got a great team of sponsors. Obviously, they also re-up. I've got Lee Fitness, my S&C coach. I've got Base Camp where I do my boxing training. They've got great facilities there. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to everyone who helped me and support, and everyone who's bought tickets, and hopefully many more to come. And I'm buzzing.
Brilliant. Well, without your sponsors, you wouldn't be in this position today, would you? So.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. Sponsors help a lot. Boxing, there ain't a lot of money in it at my level, what I'm at now, but I'm just thankful and blessed. I've got a great team around me and great support, and they're gonna come with me to the top of the game, hopefully. So yeah.
Definitely. I'm sure they wouldn't be sponsoring if they didn't have
exactly.
The belief.
They have belief in me just as much as I've got belief in myself. So yeah, I'm buzzing, mate. I'm excited.
Brilliant.
Nice one. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Please like... Nah, f*** all that.